We are in Treasure Island, Florida. And I'm going to look for treasure. No, I'm not. This is Treasure Island, folks. And it is gorgeous. I came here for the first time last year. But we're on the Gulf side now. We are on the Gulf Coast of Florida. Treasure Island. When we were here last year, it was just as beautiful a day. We were here in March last year, not in May. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Chucky. That's my sister Lori. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
That would be on YouTube. So anyways, it's her birthday.
Hitting the beach.
So we're doing all sorts of stuff Lori style. So at the beach, they got the social distancing rules. Stay 6 feet apart. If you don't live together, stay 6 feet apart. Here's the path. We walked pretty far. It's a pretty far path to walk, but it's beautiful. It's gorgeous here. Thank you, Governor DeSantis, for having the smarts to open this back up. You gotta start somewhere. Why not here? Again, I'm gonna turn around and give you a little shot of where we came from here. It's beautiful. Treasure Island, everybody. You gotta get here. Come here once. It's just right in St. Petersburg area. Beach as far as the eye can see. As far as the eye can see. Arr. Gulf of Mexico. There's Carter in the water. Kind of panning around, doing like a 360. There's Chucky, the birthday girl. Well, I'll tell you, man, you want to break up the monotony of living up north of Wisconsin? Come down here. Makes you not want to leave. Makes you want to stay forever and ever and ever. The water is awesome. It feels probably about 80 degrees or so. I didn't bring my trunks and I'm really regretting that I didn't. But I am walking in the water. Just out of sight of me is Carter Blaze. This is Carter Blaze right here. I'm filming you, Carter Blaze. I'm filming you. I'm gonna show your mom. Carter Blaze is handsome. He's awesome. Say hi, Mom. I'm having fun. I miss you.
Hey, Mom.
Oh!
Hey, Mom. I miss you.
Can't get enough of this beach, man. Just can't. Can't get enough of this beach. I could be here all day long, all week long, all year long. It is awesome to be here. And again, Carter Blaze. Woo! Next beach we going to, I'm bringing my trunks and I'm swimming with you in the water. I don't care.
Mickey didn't get it.
Mickey! There's a Mickey on the beach.
Yeah.
Mickey, what are you doing on the beach, Mickey?
Water. Water.
Carter Blaze has just buried Mickey Mouse in the sand. And with authority, he's stomping him down. You better remember where he was. Man, I cannot tell you how wonderful this is. Just to be able to be thankful enough to be down here, number one, and thankful enough that they opened this stuff up. Got a lot to be thankful for. On a personal note, I kind of reconnected with an old friend. About 30 or so years ago, I had a really close-knit group of friends. And we used to hang out all the time and party, drink. I still call it the best time of my life back then, because I was, you know, young, fun, having fun. But then something happened that kind of changed me, made me a little, made me start not trusting people, putting up a barrier. So, little story here. Facebook, I hadn't been on in years. You know, I just kind of got tired of Facebook, so I took a break. When I started my channel, I thought, hey, I'll post them on Facebook, see how they go. If people like watching them, great. If they don't, that's fine. But I got a friend request from a guy that you know, he wasn't like the closest knit part of the group, but he was a guy that would hang out with us on a regular basis. And I didn't know who it was at first, but I kind of threw the nickname out there and said, is this Iggy? And he was like, thumbs up, yes sir. So I was like, wow, okay, that's kind of cool to get a friend request from him after not getting one for a long time, from not being on there for a long time. And turns out, you know, one of his Facebook friends was this guy. To make a long story short, there was this we were close to a group of friends. We met these girls that were visiting, kind of, from a different part of the state. And the other guy took a liking to her, and they kind of dated for a little while, and then they broke up. Well, Mike kind of did the old, I did what you shouldn't do. You shouldn't have chosen the girl over the friends. And that's exactly what I did. I chose the girl over my group of friends. After they broke up, she took a liking to me, and then we started going out, and me and this guy had a kind of a fight. And before you know it, I had a girlfriend, but I became the outcast of that group, and I was kind of like avoided. It's kind of hard to talk about still, but I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to move on after all these years, and just trying to finally let that go. You know, I'm gonna be 52 years old next month, and I really need to let that part of my life go. You know, I held on to that for so long. I was so bitter about being outcast by the group, but then again, you know, I was the reason why I was the outcast of the group, you know, because I decided to choose the girl over them. And a couple months later, the girl was gone, and not even a couple months later, about a month later, she was gone. But then again, so were my friends, and it made me build a wall up around me. It made me not trust people anymore, because I didn't want to be hurt like that again. And I know it happens to a lot of people. Myself included. I've done it to people, you know. You don't think about it until you're older, of course, and you realize that, you know, life is too short. So what I did basically is I was talking to Iggy, and said that he asked me if I had talked to any of the other guys in the group, so I kind of gave him the lowdown on what happened. And he said, you know what, reach out to him, send him a text, because I always, you know, Facebook message, and just kind of tell him, you know, it's a long time ago, but you want to apologize. And I did, you know, I wanted to apologize to him. You know, I wasn't expecting to get a reply or anything. I just wanted to get that off my chest and say, at least I got that part off my chest, you know. It's one thing to be bitter, but, you know, when you think about it, you're the person that made that happen. You made that predicament happen. So I reached out to him, sent him a text, a message on Facebook, and apologized, you know. Said, you know, it's been 30 years, man, but I just wanted to let you know I'm sorry. I chose the girl over the close-knit group of friends that I had, and it cost me friendships, you know, at the time. I hoped, you know, everything was well with him. And then he replied, which I said on the message, I said, look, you don't have to reply back. I'm not expecting one. And he said, he replied back, you know, saying I didn't have to do that, but, you know, we were young and goofy. We had good times, and we did, you know. We went and saw concerts every weekend. We drank all the time. So we were, you know, the fact that he responded was awesome. Because again, I wasn't expecting a response. I was expecting him to just, you know, continue to be mad, you know, hold a grudge. And he didn't do that. So that was awesome. And then you know, he told me about what's been going on with him and his wife's health. He's got two kids. And, you know, to make this long story short, this 7-minute story short, I'm glad I reached out to him. I'm glad he replied. And, you know, if you do have that happen in your life, you know, reach out. Reach out and try to make amends. You know, if they answer back, they answer back. If they don't, you tried. And I finally did, and I got a response, and I'm thankful for that. Thankful for a lot of things. And just saying that I was thankful for all this made me realize how thankful I am that that happened. So, back to the beach. Back to the lovely, lovely beach that is Treasure Island.